guys, it's me Aswad, and this time I'm going to do a review for Top Gun 2 Maverick. Top Gun Maverick, Top Gun 2. This is a sequel to the Tom Cruise movie that came out in 1986, such a long time ago. And I'm going to give you the summary for this movie. Actually, the summary is actually very similar to the first Top Gun. So you start off with Maverick causing trouble and causing people to get angry at him because of his antics. So simple, same. And then he's getting a mission to return to Top Gun school, which is the first movie where they'll teach fighter pilot how to fly and whatnot. So, and he was given the training mission to train like previous Top Gun graduates to do a suicide mission. But he wants them to not be a suicide mission. He wants them to return alive. So he tries his best to train this group of people. So it is almost the same like plot in the first movie. So Tom Cruise is back, as you all know. The movie, has this action, slow and high action again. So it's like same as the first one. The first one has the middle part, the training part, which is quite boring. Same here. So actually you can actually go out of the cinema when this portion happen. Okay, I know this movie has a lot of good reviews. I mean, I think I was reading the other reviewers first. They all enjoyed this movie, but however, I find the movie just okay. It's not a bad movie at all. It's actually good. It's an okay movie, but it's not great. To me, it's not great, and for a simple reason. Okay, I have to clear out that I like Tom Cruise. I like Tom Cruise a lot because I almost grew up watching his movies. So he's a great actor, and he plays the main role, Maverick. He becomes the instructor in this movie. So he has to train one guy. One drama came up. He has to train Goose son. Goose is his wingman from the first movie, but he died during training. So in this movie, he has to train the son, Goose son. So, and all grown up, all become a fighter pilot. You can tell the difference is like, he's playing with his nephew or son. That's how the different in age. So the new guy, the son of Goose, is played by Miles Teller. And Miles Teller is it's not so much of a well-known actor. But you have seen him. He has played one of the character in Fantastic Four. But other than that, I have no idea which movie he's been in. Okay, but one thing is clear. He has no chemistry with Tom Cruise. So I don't know whether that's important or not. But to me, it's like they come up with that plot, which is a good plot. But him and Miles Teller, the actor, they don't have chemistry. And I think the reason is because Tom Cruise outshines everybody. Tom Cruise is the main guy, and everybody loves him. In this movie also, they show everybody respect him, love him, and I have no problem with that. But in terms of creating this kind of relationship, he has no chemistry with Miles Teller, Goose son. He has chemistry with other people like a new girlfriend, black guy who follows him around like his sidekick, and then that's the only two character that were given extra background, extra characterization. But in terms of him and Miles Teller, zero. I don't feel anything for these two. Okay, so what's good about this movie? I'm not gonna just attack a movie. I'm gonna give it like fair share. The good thing about this movie is the flight scene, the jet fighting scenes. They are all great because it shows Tom Cruise being in the pilot seat, like he's flying you believe that he's flying the jets, and that's really good. Really great lah for an old guy. So that that's the only good thing about this movie. If you like flying jets, you will like this movie. Because of the stunt, the flying in the jets, they look realistic. So you kind of believe that they are shooting they are acting in a real jet planes. So that's great. Now what's my problem with this movie? People say, did you enjoy it? Because I got early tickets. Did I enjoy it? I kind of don't enjoy that much because I wanted to enjoy it. Okay, I went into the cinema. I really wanted to enjoy this movie. I really do. The big problem for me is that Tom Cruise is an old guy. I mean, he looks young and he can fool a lot of people, but he's old, man. He's an older guy, and I can't you know what I mean? I'm old myself. I'm older. I'm getting older, but he's so much older than me. It's really difficult for me to accept that he is like a captain. He's still level captain, and he's still not retired. In Malaysia, you retire at 55. This guy is like, Tom Cruise is about 60. He's old, and you can see that he's getting old. I don't in Mission Impossible, I can still believe that he was still like having that all the body, have all the function of a super spy. I can believe that in the last Mission Impossible, I believe that he could do it. But in this movie, you can really tell that he's old. He's an older guy. I know he puts in the effort to look young, to be healthy. I mean, no problem with that. I respect that. But in terms of character, I don't believe he's the main role. He's too old for me to be a hero. I don't blame. Maybe this year or maybe the COVID or whatnot, but I keep looking at when I see old people playing heroes, I do have problems now when I see them, because I'm also old and I'm looking at them. Okay, like when I see Sylvester Stallone, he's 70, man. He's 70 and he's going to play in a movie called Expendable. It's really difficult for me to believe his character. Because you can just tell these guys are too old to be playing like superheroes. And in this movie, of course, you will go and watch this movie, you automatically know that Tom Cruise will be the hero, of course. An older hero. He's going to fly jets that goes up to 10 what do you call that, 10 Mach 10. And then if you don't know about military technicality, you'll be fine with it. You will enjoy this movie. But when you're aware of military words, military meaning, military tactics, he could not. An older person like that at his age, at 60, will never be able to stand 10 Mach 10, 10 Gs or something. I don't believe they can handle that. I can't believe that. I don't believe that. So maybe I'm the spoil of the party, So that's why I keep to myself because I know I read the reviews, everybody loving this movie, except old me, because I'm thinking like, if you're a 60, you cannot handle that, and there's a level of you cannot accept that, you cannot believe that. That's the thing. You cannot believe that kind of fantasy, like a 60-year-old can do that. And the movie production also believe that in terms of female character. So in the first movie in 1986, Top Gun has Kelly McGillis as the love interest. So Kelly McGillis is still alive, and she has complained to the media also that they never call her back. Whereas in the first movie, I think they are the same age, but they don't want to put an older woman on cinema, on TV, on movies, because she's old. She's 60. So the movie itself think, if you're this age, you are no longer viable, right? That's what the movie is telling you. And then you can go and see Kelly McGillis complain about, they cannot put me in the movie because I'm old. But Tom Cruise is also old. So some people might argue Tom Cruise looks young. I'm sorry, but I no longer look at Tom Cruise and say he can do this or he's young. I'm not saying that he's weak. I'm not saying that he's weak at all. I'm saying that he's still better than me. Even though I'm younger, he's still better in terms of health. But when I watch the movie screen, I cannot accept him doing the main mission, going to another country and doing all this action stuff. It's really getting like, to me, maybe I'm the only one who doesn't believe in him anymore as an action hero. So, that's why I keep quiet after I watch the movie. I just keep quiet to myself. I try to think again whether I'm the only one who feels like this, and maybe I'm not, because I don't feel anything at all. When I watch this movie, I don't feel the excitement at all. Like as the people were saying, they feel like they are flying in a fighter jet, or the action is so fast paced. I don't feel those things at all. Why? Besides Tom Cruise being old, there's a middle part which is very slow, very very slow. It was focusing on his love story with the new girlfriend, and then a lot of people doesn't understand where. Some people think that she is Kelly McGillis. She's not. She's played by another actress. So that middle part, that kind of love story and how they train and how he tries to settle the problem with Miles Teller, really doesn't work for me. There's a very long slow part, and like I said earlier, the problem, Miles Teller, and maybe Miles Teller is not a good actor. That's all I can say. Maybe he's not a good actor, but there's no chemistry between him and Tom Cruise. I think that's the problem. But as the movie progressed, the action scene at the end, a lot of people like that, and it's just a repeat of the first movie. It's just a repeat of a first movie in terms of it ends the same. Tom Cruise goes and then they hug on the aircraft carrier, and then it's all you have seen before. The only thing you have not seen is a lot of in jet fighting. That's all. So my score for this movie is not that it's not a bad movie. Let's be honest, it's a good movie. Cumanya just only it's not a great movie. I did not have fun watching this movie. I wanted to. I forced myself to have fun in this movie, but I did not. I did not have fun at all. I mean, it's not bad, but it's just like biasa. It's just like a simple movie. I've seen this before. Tom Cruise is too old, and I want to share a secret. I don't believe in old people doing action movies. I don't believe that. I tried. I cannot believe in old people doing action movies. It's not attractive. Like Steven Seagal is completely out of the picture, man. All these super old heroes, you don't feel anything when you watch them. It's like you are sympathizing. You are too old. Bruce Willis, they forced him to do action movies until he became senile. He became like he has a problem until he can't talk anymore. That's how old these heroes are. Val Kilmer is also acting in this movie. He is so old that he can't even speak anymore. And why do you keep pushing this story of old people becoming heroes? It's so sad that there's no hero anymore. At that young age. There's Henry Cavill who played Superman. I think he is still like the new upcoming hero. He looks heroic, he looks the part of a hero. But other than that, they keep going for these old people. Tom Cruise, Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger. These people. Oh yeah, Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford is going to play in Indiana Jones. Can you believe that? I can't even watch these people because they are too old. But maybe that's me. I think I agree when I say this is me. I cannot look at old people doing action movies. It's so unbelievable. They need new blood. And I don't think I'm wrong because the studio itself believe that. The studio that made Top Gun Maverick did not even hire Kelly McGillis to come back to be Tom Cruise's wife or something. If you're saying that she's too old to be in this movie, why don't you say that with Tom Cruise? To me, Tom Cruise is too old to be in this movie. He looks old in this movie, guys. That's what I'm saying. This is not Keanu Reeves. Even when you look at Keanu Reeves, I know he can only play certain type of heroes. But he can't play like The Rock kind of heroism. The Rock is still a young guy considerably, but they are getting older, but they are still have that heroic looks with them. Vin Diesel is also on that kind of category. They are not young, but they still can play. They can still sell that. Tom Cruise is getting over the marks, and that's my review is also the same commentary as older heroes. They need to retire them. You need to have more younger actors to be heroes, and that's just a sad thing. They're running out of heroes. I'm also commenting like they use Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan will always be the hero of his movies. Every movie, but he's so old. I don't think he can do heroic movies anymore. Like in India, they have also using the same hero, Rajinikanth. I think Rajinikanth is almost 80. They still put him in makeup, hair, and then make him a hero. They should all retire and do something else, man. If they can do movies, fine, but not hero. Be like a mentor type of characters. That'll be fine. They are pushing it. That's I didn't give a score. My score for Top Gun 2 Maverick is only a 6 out of 10. I know that's such a lower score for me, but it's a 6 out of 10 because I did not feel anything. I wanted to feel it, and when I came to the cinema to feel excited, because I was reading the reviews. The reviews keep saying, you will love this, you will love the hot action, but I didn't feel anything. Maybe I live a more action-packed life. For me, you don't feel this is nothing. I feel like, what are they talking about? What are they showing? This is nothing, man. This movie doesn't have the best action scenes. I'm sorry. That's how I feel. I wanted to be blown, my mind blown. I didn't get that at all. So 6 out of 10. I'm sorry if you guys are a fan of this movie. Tom Cruise is so getting old, man. Man, I'm sad about it, but that's my honest review for Top Gun Maverick. Peace.